Naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay, na minsan kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, happy Thursday mga kaibigan. Welcome sa ating program. Nako, happy Thursday na naman. Ako napapangiti na naman ako kasi happy Thursday ho tayo. And on a Thursday, syempre, masaya na naman. May kasama ho tayo, no? But before, ipakilala ko yung aking regular, yung star of the show natin dahil wala naman ako kung alam dito. I am just here hosting the show with a specialist. Okay, mga kaibigan, patingin ko muna ang ating mga kababayan, kayong lahat na nanonood sa atin sa apat na sulok ng United Kingdom. Magandang hapon ho sa inyo. Magandang gabi. Ay, alas 8 na pala. Ayan. At syempre, tuloy ho kayo kabayan, yung mga nanonood ho sa atin sa iba't ibang bahagi ho ng mundo. In fact, ang mga gold medalist natin ng mga nakaraan, mga taga-Amerika, kung saan-saan pa, no? Kaya welcome ho kayo. Hindi ho namin sinasabing, huwag kayo sumali dito. You're welcome. You are welcome sa aming tahanan dito sa ating Happy Thursday, ano ba tayo dito? Home, no? The home of our Happy Thursday. Okay, mga kaibigan, hindi ko na patatagalin pa. Siyempre, excited din ako. Gusto ko rin malaman kung ano na ba ginawa niya. Di siyempre, pagkatapos natin mag-bye-bye ng Thursday, ano kaya gagawin na? Ano kaya ginawa ni attorney? So, siyempre, kukumustahin natin. Mga kaibigan, ang ating pinakamamahal, the lady who makes our Thursdays happy, the managing partner of Douglas Simon Solicitors. Mga kaibigan, ang ating pinakamamahal, Brains and Beauty ho to. Mga kaibigan, walang iba kundi si Attorney Lira Simon CABATBAT. Attorney, magandang gabi sa iyo. Audio. Sandali. Attorney, audio mo. Hindi na napindot natin. Yan. O yan. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to everyone. Kamusta po?
Ayan. Happy Thursday. Attorney, kamusta? How we missed you. How are you? How are you? How was your week?
Oh, I tell you what now. I never get weeks nga. Ako, this week, I think tumatanda na nga ako. This week, just pagod na pagod ako. It's just, I don't know, you just get weeks or days actually, no? Na, ayaw mong gumalaw, no? You just want to, tulog o kaya, just to relax nga, watch Netflix, no? So it's actually been quite a chilled week, no?
Netflix ka ba? Nag-Netflix siya? Oo, umuulan. Kailan umuulan?
Prime, yeah.
Prime ka rin?
Laging umuulan nga this week, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're prime, yeah. Do you find nga, pagka umuulan, lalo pa akong, I was gonna say pagod, but it's really laziness, not tamad, rather than pagod.
Oo.
Yeah, pagka umuulan, tamad ako. Ikaw.
Yeah, sa akin na yan. Yeah, that happens to me. That happens to me, nangyayari sa akin yan na yung tinatamad talaga. You wanna laze, lalo na, no, I don't know. Ako kasi I don't know with you, attorney, no. Pero ako I wake up in the morning in the evening sometimes eh. So sandali, tinitingnan ko lang to. Asa kaya tong yung ating kasi 'di ba, meron tayong mga bumabati sa atin, attorney, 'di ba? So we have to make way for some of those greetings. Sandali, tingnan ko lang. Itong ating ito. Ano ba tong number na okay, ito social 6 pala, attorney. So social 6 tayo. Sandali social 6. Pero mo social tayo. Imagine mo yan, no? Social 6. Ito. Ayan. And then, okay. Alright. Narito na yung ating... mamaya. Sige, pagkumustahan muna tayo, no? Magkumustahan. Paano ba natin itong
So this week, ako nga I'm just, I've done very little really, apart from, of course, trabaho nga, pero it's very strange. The older I get, pagka umuulan, definitely mas tamad ako, no? When the sun is out, it kind of gets you moving also, no? But it's very strange. Well, I mean, I envy the younger ones. They're always, they seem to be always doing something, no?
Pero you're not feeling lethargic naman, no? Because you have this energy naman when you work, di ba? During the weekdays, di ba? Medyo lethargic ka. Kaya lang sa pag-weekends ba, parang you just wanna... ikaw ba, on weekends ba, do you spend a bit more time in bed? Let's say you wake up, meron ka bang, I'm gonna wake up around 10 today or 9 o'clock today, ganyan? Paano ba ang sa'yo?
I'm always, my intentions are good. Ang problema nga lang, my willpower is non-existent, no? Kung hindi ako kailangan, if I don't need to get up, I just don't, no? But it's kind of nice. After a while, you kind of deserve a little bit of a break. Alam ko marami tayong mga kababayan, lagi silang nagtatrabaho, no? Sometimes 2-3 jobs nga. So I'm quite fortunate that isa nga lang trabaho ko, and it's something also that I can do at whatever time, no? It's quite nice to have that flexibility. But marami nga tayong kababayan, kailangan nilang pumunta, be there for 9 o'clock, be there for 10 o'clock na. So it's so we're lucky, no? Well, ikaw actually, of course, the show must go on, no? Sa'yo.
Yes.
Kung may sakit ka o ano man, no? You have to be here 8 o'clock. I mean, I look forward to it, but I only have this once a week. So every single day, 7 days.
There were times though I had to kasi heavily sponsored yung I was really really sick, no. Yung sa embassy, no, tumutulo pa yung sipon ko, attorney. Talagang I don't know. There is a problem naman if I go out at mag out of screen ako and get something like a tissue or something. Ang problema, ma-out of sync yung itong nasa tenga ko, ma-out of sync yan. So pagbalik ko, wala parang deaf, parang gano'n, di ba? You cannot hear anything. So yun lang Pero tama. Thank you, attorney. Well, that's the show must go on, di ba? At professionalism yan, We have to be professional unless you're really down. Masyadong down, then you have to give an excuse naman, maski paano. Health naman natin ay pinaka-importante, di ba, sa atin naman. So well, okay. Attorney, mga magpapabati-bati ba tayo muna? Sige, tingnan natin sino ang Sige, Paula, direct pakilabas nga yung ating yung asan ba nandito yun Ito yata yan, sandali Okay, ito siya, sandali, ito yung Ito hulaan mo, hulaan natin hulaan natin ito.
Okay. Yeah.
Pwedeng number 2 na yan. King or Queen, sino ba ngayon?
Queen.
King or Queen, sandali. Dali tignan natin. Attorney, sino nga ba? King or babae? Attorney? Babae.
Okay.
Babae. Sige. Babae. Nung mga nakaraan si Oliver Fernandez, siya ang una nung mga he won the gold medal a few episodes or last episode. Hindi ko alam kung last episode. But sige, babae. Hulaan mo, attorney. Walang dayan, Walang dayan.
No, definitely.
Kailangan walang tinginan. Sige.
Hindi ko alam. Yeah.
Babae, sige.
Okay.
Would you like me some clues?
I'm going to go with
clue ba? Wala mo na.
Clue.
It starts with the letter M.
Give me a clue. Si Maris. Maris ba?
Nako. Bigla akong dapat pala direct Paula, kailangan meron tayong sound na next time yung clapper Oo nga, tama ka, attorney.
Talaga? Si Maris ba?
Si Maris. Si Maris. Click. Ayan. Sandali, ipapasok lang ni Hindi pa napasok 'yun Hindi pwedeng mag number 2 direct. Hindi pa wala pang initial. Yan. Okay. Ayan si direct. Happy Thursday.
Maris.
Ayun.
Hello.
Ayan, Maris. Maris.
Well done po.
Gold medal. Gold medal tayo. Wala mo sino ating silver medalist for tonight. Attorney, silver medalist.
Silver medalist.
Silver medalist natin. Yeah.
Sabihin natin Miss Batong Bakal.
Hindi. Letter M. Miss Paner. Ayan, lalabas. Yun, basahin mo, attorney.
Tignan mo. Yeah, okay. Hi, Miss Paner. So, hello. Magandang gabi po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po and stay safe and God bless us po. Miss Paner, you missed it by like a few seconds, no?
Oo nga. Oo nga, Miss Paner. But just the same, nando ka sa medal standing. O nasa medal, nasa podium ka pa rin. Okay. And our bronze medal winner, ayan.
Ooh, babae lalaki.
Babae. Ayan na kagad.
Ayan na kagad. Batong Bakal. Yeah.
Miss Batong Bakal. Ang ganda ng pangalan niya, Miss Batong Bakal, no?
I love her name.
Susan.
Good evening, Kuya Sonny. Yeah.
Hmm.
A happy Thursday to all.
Happy Thursdays. Susan Batong Bakal, Francisco Batong Bakal. Batong Bakal would be the surname siguro ng kanyang husband, no? Attorney. And siya, Francisco siguro nung married, yung single surname niya. Oy, pupunta tayo ng Paris, France.
Ano po?
Yeah, sabi ko, yan, love ko to. Oo.
Yeah.
Feli.
Po, good evening from Paris. Yeah, Paris, France.
I love her. Alam mo, napunta ako ng Paris, France, dinala nila ako sa isang restaurant. Doon mo ba ako dinala sa isang restaurant? Hindi ko alam kung restaurant ng mayor na, ang may-ari yata, mayor ng Paris, France. Hindi ko alam parang dinala ako sa isang lugar and we ate some, ano ba tawag doon? Ano ba yung, attorney yung, ano ba yung talaba sa English? Yung talaba?
Bas?
Oyster?
Hindi ko alam.
Ano ba tawag doon? Oyster ba?
Snails?
Hindi.
Ano?
Snails ba yung lalagyan ako yung pinupukpok natin sa Pilipinas? Yung sinisip-sip?
Yun. Yeah.
Hindi yun.
Tagalog? But that's actually quite a...
yeah, it's a delicacy. Ano tawag nyo? Kuhol? Ano ba tawag mo? How do you call it?
Yung snails.
Snail, kuhol. I think we call it kuhol back home in the Philippines. If I'm not...
kuhol ba?
I don't know, parang kami yata sa Manila, we were calling it kuhol yata. Ito yung nilalagay sa, paano ba luto niyan? Tapos ang gagawin, babasagin yung puwet, yung para, di ba? Tapos sisip-sipin mo yun, tapos makakain mo yung parang snail, Tama, snail, yun. Hindi yun. Ano siya, attorney, talaba How would you call it? Ano ba talaba? Oysters yata yun Yung, minsan, when I first arrived in the UK and I celebrated my first birthday, we bought some, hindi ko alam kung oysters dyan sa may, ano yung pinakamahal na, supposedly natin na pinakasosyal na, how would you call this, department store dito? Ano pangalan? Hindi department store, you call it the mother of all department stores, sabihin na natin.
Harrods, you mean?
Harrods, yeah, correct, Harrods. So sa Harrods, I remember when I celebrated my first birthday in the UK then, we bought some oysters doon, mahal Talaba? Mahal. I don't know. Basta it was quite expensive. Pero birthday ko naman, so we had to celebrate. Yun, mga oysters yan. Oysters. Ayan.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm jealous.
Okay, so Feli, thank you very much. I love you. Mahal na mahal ko yan. Yan ang ating one of our avid listeners. Started now, viewer na natin. Mabuhay dyan sa Embassy of Iraq. Di ba? Iraq yan, Embassy of Iraq. Okay.
Wow.
Ito, yung teacher namin nung grade school. I mean, she was one of our teachers. Sige, pasok natin. Si Ma'am Cora Carsola. Basahin mo, attorney.
Hello, Miss Carsola. Yeah. So, hello, Sir Sonny, Attorney Lira, at lahat na masayang sumusubay sa Immigration Corner. Hi, Madam.
Hi, Ma'am. Yes, she was teaching at in sa grade school sa amin sa Notre Dame, no? Ayan, ito. Mabati sa atin. Wala siyang sakit ngayon. Lagi naman wala sakit yan, no? Di ba, attorney?
Okay. Yun nga. Yeah.
Lagi kasi nakacaps
Emmeline Rafael. Yeah, no. And she's happy to see us.
Where do you think she's watching us from?
Wimbledon.
Isa pa.
Hula ko.
No, wag, hindi pa. Sige, tayo pa natin. Sige, hula ka lang. Sige ba? It's outside of the country. It's outside of the UK. Yes.
No.
Yes.
You're on holiday. Oh, no.
Wala mo. Sige, mga wild guess lang. Sige, just hazard the guess.
So,
Eastern hint, clue. It's an Eastern European country. It starts with the letter C. Yeah, second clue ko na yan, ha? So
Croatia.
Yes, Croatia. Galing naman ni attorney. Kita mo naman, ang galing. Watching from Croatia.
I hope you're having a good time. Yeah.
Well, if you're watching, maganda. Ay, tumawag na isang araw sa akin yan habang nagsishow. Kahapon, tumawag sa akin yan. Padala ka ng photos sa Emolina, pakita mo naman kung talagang okay, this is also for the benefit of our viewers, no? Parang it's a what do you call this? A story, a story tuloy. An information that I gathered from her. You can go to Croatia and you don't need anything, walang masyadong mga quarantine, testing or anything. You can just fly in ganun sa Croatia. Hindi sila mahigpit. Yes, attorney. Oh. So if you choose, 'di ba sometimes 'di ba nagkaroon dati na ang Portugal was in the green list. Yeah. And then yung mga tao dahil siyempre parang they're sick of na lagi na lang nakatago na tayo sa mga bahay natin. So nag-book agad ng Portugal. I don't know if you remember this. Soon as nag-open at nag-book na sila, sinarado, naging amber list ang and then meron tayo napapanood sa television na kararating lang nila, they had to book, coming back in, di ba? Oo, ganun. Yeah. No? Because hinahabol nila yung deadline na magsasarado or something like that, no? So, ayan. Emily Rapel, sige. Sino? Susunod. Sige, go ahead.
Have a good time po. Yeah.
Have a good time, Emilina.
Si Maris, yeah. So, good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday night po, again to all of us. Let's enjoy upon listening to Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. Hi, Maris. Nice. Yeah, it's good of you to join us,
Yes. Oo. Hi, Marisa. Maraming salamat, ha. Yan. Ito, magaganda mga pangalan.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Actually, I nearly said Meka Mika kanina, no? Yung sabi mo, magandang gabi po, Sir Sonny. And Attorney Gandang Lira. Oh, I like that. And to everyone
Thursday,
watching, happy Thursday.
Attorney, pagka Thursday, mukhang we feel good, no? Di ba? Gandang Lira, poging Sunny, di ba? Maski at least yan, di ba? It's nice. Thank you ho, no? Thank you very much, no? I'm getting to believe it now, no? Parang Di ba, attorney, no? Ay, ito pala, sabi ni Feli, bumabati sa atin si Feli. Hi, Sir Sunny and Attorney Lira. Tapos tahong pala lang. Muscles man, muscles? Muscles yata, di ba? Tahong, yung tahong, muscles yata.
Akala ko tahong is, I was thinking of talong, no? I thought it was vegetable, no? But it's talong ang vegetable. Tahong, tama, I think tama ka.
Tahong, yeah, tahong yan. Tahong
Tama.
Oo, Feli, mabuhay. Ayan, so tahong, thank you, nagpunta kami, tahong yata kinain namin. Paborito ko yan, tahong. Wow. If you go to yung ano ba yung tawag nila dito sa yung pinaka parang East English Riviera, anong pangalan yan? Nakalimutan ko na. Galing ako ron, di ba, nung nakaraan, galing ako sa mga Torbay, yung mga nakalimutan ko na. So yeah, Turkey pala, Torbay. Turkey pala, Turkey, tama, Turkey. That's para kasi Turkey, di ba? Turkey. Okay, meron pa ba tayong mga dagdag direct, sino pa ba may pahabol, meron pa mga pagbati pa ba yan? Ayan, okay. Sige, ayan. All right. Si Feli. So okay, so mabuhay Feli. We love you, no? Mabuhay ka. So yeah, today we're gonna be teka muna, asan ba yung ating we have this break dito, sandali. Nawala yung ating list dito. Wala yung list natin dito. Okay. Attorney, maganda ang topic natin for today. Asa ba yung tingnan mo, bago tayo magbre-break lang tayo just to ayan. Spouse application. Yan pag-uusapan natin. We're gonna be talking about that. Si attorney will be talking about that. Spouse application step-by-step guide. I'd like to invite you guys, pagka may mga questions kayo, to put them all in right now, maaga-aga pa lang, habang dinidiscuss din ni attorney to, para nang sa ganun, hindi abutan ho kayo ng ending ng show natin, no? Minsan baka merong cases na nakatapos na yung show and then saka lang namin makikita yung mga questions ninyo. So sayang naman. Okay, si Oliver Fernandez ba bumati na ba sa atin? Parang itong sila Maridet. Pakipasok mga direct yung Maridet Cardona, si Maridet, may napapansin, may nakikita akong message. Pumasok pa tayo sa atin yung kay Maridet. Tignan nga natin, parang si Maridet at si Oliver, no? Si may nauna mo okay, sabi niya good morning. Okay. Pero nauna so good morning. Pakibasa, attorney.
Yeah, so good morning po from the PNW. Okay. Hello, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. PNW, what something Washington, no?
PNW. Hindi, PNW. Nga, no? Paano, ano ibig sabihin?
PNW?
Good morning po from PNW. Ano ibig
PNW.
bigla mo kami. It's quite interesting. At least we get to know it, no? PNW, tell us about it, Oliver. Ha? Sige, okay, go. Maridet naman. Sige, Maridet. So, naintriga naman ako sa PNW.
Cariloria Paculba. Good evening po sa inyong dalawa. Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny Laragan.
Thank you.
Hi, Maridet.
Maridet, maraming salamat, no? Uy, Maridet, nanalo ka ba doon sa... Well, hindi naman nanalo kasi naalala mo, attorney, alam mo ba yun o hindi mo alam, yung namimigay ako ng 2,000 pesos?
Yeah, at tatandaan ko.
Oh, I was giving away 2,000 pesos. I think it's si Maridet was one of those who... Totoo nga, Maridet, nakatanggap ka ba doon sa 2,000 pesos na pinamimigay ko? Kala ng mga tao, siguro, dami kong pera, no? Pero mo, mamigay ako ng, let's say, ng 200, 100 people or 50 people at 2,000. Magkano yung attorney? 2 times 50. 2,000 times 50. That's 100,000. 100,000 pesos.
Wow.
Oo.
Wow. You are generous, no?
Oo nga. Generous, but it's not coming out of my pocket, attorney. Wala sa akin.
Diba?
Hindi, wala sa akin. Wala sa akin. So, hindi. Yan na. Sumagot na si kung ano ibig sabihin ng PNW sa Amerika. Yan. Ayun naman.
Ang sabi niya, so, ano yun? Pinoy na
Pacific.
sa Washington?
Hindi, Pacific Northwest.
Pacific Northwest, of course. Yeah.
Hindi, kasi di ba yung pagka nasa California ka, Pacific time. Nung nasa Canada ka, attorney, nasa ka, Vancouver, Toronto side?
Toronto.
So Eastern yun. Eastern time. Sa pagka sa kaliwa, Pacific time yan di ba? Yung mga California, ganyan. Tama. So Northwest, so North and then West side. So tama nga. Pagka dugtong nun sa taas yata, hindi ko alam kung saan ba ang Oregon. Oregon, ano yan, di ba? Magkakatabi yan, no? Sa mga Oregon. Sa baba ba? Kasi doon din sa side yan, no? Oregon, no?
I think it's towards the side, I think. Yeah, no? By the way, Mr. Libroho, kinakamusta tayo, but we didn't get a chance to read his...
pakibasa nga, sige, asin kay Libroho, kay Rudy, pakibasa nga, hindi natin pakibasa lang, let's put it in. Sige, ayan, direct pakilabas lang.
Okay. So, happy Thursday po. Lovely Attorney Lira and looking good, Sir Sonny. And all viewers from Belfast.
Yes. Uy, maganda suot mo, attorney, ha? I like your suot, ha? Parang very, very cute, ha? Ano ba yan? Parang...
okay.
Sleeveless ka ngayon, ha?
Yeah.
Cute. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. At least you're looking good, ha? Di ba, attorney?
Thank you.
Ayan.
Yeah. I tell you what, I love Thursday, no? Because truly, this is the only time that I get compliments, no? So I'm riding high on Thursday.
We also have to pay back the compliments. We will love you guys as well, no? Di ba? Tama. Thank you for the nice compliments sa amin, no? Well, truly, no? We are gumaganda, pumopogi, gumaganda because of our asan na ba yan? Teka muna. Asan na ba yan? Hello, attorney, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. No problem.
Teka muna, bakit na we got okay, ayan. All right. Ayan. Okay. So, teka, may mga pagbati pa. Sige, dagdagan pa natin. Sige.
So Margaret says yes.
Wala na. Sino? Sorry, attorney?
Si Maridet.
Yes.
Siya nga yung nanalo. So sabi niya, yes po, nakatanggap po yung receiver namin sa Pinas. Thank you po, Sir Sonny, sabi niya.
Salamat din. Maridet, doon may post parang magpasalamat kasi there was this post where I put ipinost ko yun. Minsan nagpo-post din ako ron, kunyari yung ating topic natin, no? And there was this British guy, one or two British guys saying, this is a scam, report him. Sabi ko, ano nangyari sa,
nagbibiro lang siguro, no?
No, seryoso, because he doesn't know the real story. Because I couldn't divulge the story, how I had to, in-announce ko, those of you who'd like to get 2,000 pesos, let me know yata, PM me or something. But the problem, my initial intention, attorney, was to talk to each one of them and tell them what, how to go about it. Ang problema, you're talking of hundreds, 100 people. So how would you get to them one by one? So what I did was, I got the initial people who contacted, who wanted to get the 2,000 pesos, and then I put them into a Facebook page, Facebook call. Ganon, yun. Kung sino yung mga initial lang yun, sila lang, ganon. So, ayun, hindi, may mga lucky ones, may mga tao na up to now, ang problema kasi pag when you come up with that pala, biglang lalabas yung, nanay ko may sakit sa, anak ko may yung anak ko may sakit. Lahat na ng mga sub-stories, lalabas na. Well, I do understand, pero hindi ho ako may pera nun. If it were, 2,000 pesos kind of mabigat ho para sa akin. Let alone have about 2 or 3 people na bibigyan ko out of my own pocket. Hindi ho. It's a company that wanted to beta test their app, and they're giving away 2,000 pesos to prove na if kunyari if you send via bank, would it get to your loved ones in the Philippines? If you send via GCash, ganon. It's more finding out if parang beta tester kayo. So in return, you get to you beta test the app, no? And then you register, and then in return you get 2,000 pesos. Alam naman i-hand lang sa'yo 2,000 pesos. Hindi naman, kailangan naman meron ka naman konting gagawin, di ba? At hindi napakahirap gawin, attorney. It's not very difficult to do. Ayan. Uy, ayan, may pagbati dito si Ma'am Cora, attorney, baka lumaki ang tenga mo rito, ha? Ayan, babasahin niya yan.
Okay.
Si Ma'am sige. Ayan, sige, pakinga.
Oh, okay. Yes, Attorney Lira looks cute sa kanyang purple dress and Sir Sonny, yung yellow shirt. Yeah. Actually, we're mixing quite well, no? Purple at saka yellow, no?
Yes.
So, let's get closer. Kabila.
Kabila. Tama, kabila. Ayan. Picture kami ni attorney, ha? Ayan. We're getting now to maneuver yung ating turf. Alam na natin kung how to move, no? Ano na natin. Ayan. Uy. Okay, go ahead. Yes, ito. Siguro itong huling pagbati na muna natin. Ayan.
Yeah. So,
sa baba po ng
Washington.
Washington.
Oliver Fernandez. Ayan, so sa baba po ng Washington ay Oregon at California. Taas po ang Vancouver,
yan ang
Canada.
Alam ko.
Thank you.
Oh, so it's Vancouver, Canada, Washington State, Oregon, California. Yan ang ibig niyo sabihin. So yes, thank you. Okay, ayan, we're gonna have a short break muna, guys. Magbe-break muna tayo. And then when we come back, pag-uusapan na ho natin pag-uusapan ni ikatatalakayan ni attorney yung kanyang direct paki-ready na yung ating yung ating yung world remit natin. Yung world remit natin, magbe-break muna tayo direct. Ayan. Okay, so wag ko kayo alis mga kaibigan, magbabalik ko kami ni attorney at pagbalik ho namin i-discuss niya yung ating topic ngayon, yung spouse pakilabas nga direct, yeah. Pakilabas nga yan direct. Ayun. Spouse application step-by-step guide. Ayan. Okay, wag ko kaya alis. Saglit po lamang. Saglit na panaano lang itong break lang dito. Mula ho sa ating mga tagapagtaguyod. Saglit po lamang.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating palatuntunan. Welcome back dito po sa Immigration Corner on a happy Thursday. Ayan, syempre, pakikilala ko na ho yung pinakamamahal natin. Mahal nyo, mahal ko, mahal ho nating lahat. Ang ating kaibigang nagbibigay ng kasiyahan at impormasyon on a Thursday evening. No, walang iba kundi si Attorney Lira Simon CABATBAT. Attorney Lira, good evening once again. Ayan. Hello. Okay,
happy
so
Thursday.
Ito ang something about topic natin about spouse immigration. Sige, pakilabas natin direct.
Opo.
Ay, ang galing. Alam mo, napakahusay talaga ng director natin. Alam niya kung sa baba kailangan dahil sabi niya, teka muna, nasa taas kanina yon. Bababa ko na. Very good. Ayan, si Director si Pao Perez. Ayan. Ako, mahal na mahal natin si Pao.
It's really impressive.
Very impressive.
So,
impressive. Yan, spouse application.
Natin to. Yeah, spouse application step-by-step guide.
Step by step.
So, So usually, pagka in the past, no, pagka pinag-uusapan natin yung spouse application.
Attorney, pasakali lang yan, ha? O nagdi-discuss ka na, hindi pa, ha? O,
No. Yeah, nga.
Parang ano lang, parang...
Just to a kind of a, teaser, no?
Lead into the topic, sige.
Yeah, yun na nga po. So, ito, hindi natin pag-uusapan nga ngayon yung batas, no? Titingnan nga natin, it's the practical things na kailangan nyo pong gawin. So, kung may balak kayong magpasok, you should watch this, no?
Ayan.
It's very useful guide po.
Okay, ngayon, formal na, papakilala na kita, attorney, ha? Ayan, ito na yun. Mga kaibigan, ito na ho. Lead in lang ho yung, pero pasakali lang. Pero ito na ho, mga kaibigan, pag-usapan ho natin. So, get your pen and paper, no? Lalo na kayo sa mga, if this is the route, no, that you're gonna be taking, para ho either madala yung mga spouse. Hindi ko alam, tatalakayin pa ni attorney. Hindi ko alam. So, wala pa akong pareho, you and I, pakikinggan na ho natin at aalamin natin kung ano yung i-discuss ni attorney. So, attorney, take it away.
Salamat po. Okay, so, yung nga po sinasabi ko kanina, usually, pagka nag-uusapan nga natin spouse, yung nga, anong mga problema, anong kailangan nyo nga gawin to make sure nga that you don't have a refusal. Pero pag-uusapan po natin ngayon, is really the practical steps, no? So, kung balak nyo, meron kayong kilala, o kayo nga mismo, o yung asawa nyo nga, gustong pumasok sa United Kingdom, sabihin natin nasa Pilipinas nga, no? This is quite a useful session. So, tingnan nyo po. Now, so I'll take you through, truly, step by step, no? Kung anong kailangan nyo gawin, kung meron kayong balak na kunin nyo yung Mr. o Mrs. nyo na nasa Pinas, no? Now, so, taking it from the beginning, ang una po nyong kailangan is you need access to a computer, no? Now, the application, of course, can be made by either yung ang applicant, kung nandun nga kayo sa Pinas, o kaya even the sponsor, but obviously, kailangan yung mga details ng applicant, which I'm sure, nasa kanya naman dahil asawa nga niya, no? So, unang-una po, computer. Because all applications, most applications, I would say 99% of applications now are submitted po online. So you need a computer nga that that obviously you can access, no? And is secure, yeah? So ang problema, kung magpupunta nga kayo sa internet cafe, mga ganoon, just be careful nga that you're not that it doesn't become accessible by the public, because of course ayaw makita nga nila mga details mo. So, a secure computer po, yun ang unang-una. Kailangan nyo din kailangan nyo yung email address. Yung email address nyo. Kung wala kayo pang email address, then create one, because you will be asked to complete it, no? To insert that. So, ang una po, you complete your application, as I say, online, no? Now, kung kailangan nyo yung link, by all means, email me and I'll email you nga the link. So basically, the application, kukumpletuhin nyo po ang pangalan, nakadugtong doon, Appendix FM. And that you click, no? So, on top of the application, kailangan nyo of course, lagay doon pangalan nyo, birthday, maganoon. Now, on top of that, no, when you're accessing the application also, you also complete what's called an Appendix 2. Basically, yung po, mahaba nga lang, no? It's to do with money, no? So, kailangan nyo sabihin doon, magkano bang the 18,600, for example, no? Magkano sweldo ng sponsor nyo, ganoon. So, application, Appendix 2 form, at saka yung pangatlo po, yung sponsorship undertaking form. All those three things are accessible nga online, and kailangan nyo po yung kompletuhin. Now, you can do all three, of course, and you should do all three all together. Now, sometimes hindi nyo naman, you can't complete everything dahil hindi nga kompleto mga information nyo. You can save your application, no? So save it, close it. Pwede nyo pong balikan yun. They will just ask you again, ano bang email address mo at saka yung password which you would have created when you created nga the account, no? So as long as you type those in again, the incomplete application form will come up. Because of course you have not yet submitted it and you have not yet paid it. So you can take your time really to complete the application. So hindi pa kayo handa, And you need another few days to complete it nga, o kulang pa nga, as I say, or you need for someone to come back nga to give you the information, that's fine. So you can take your time to complete it. And sometimes nga, mas maganda nga yun na huwag niyong madaliin. Be careful nga, because of course, as soon as you submit the application, it's then very difficult to correct it. No? And you must make sure na tama nga yung lalagay nyo doon. Now, pangalawa pong kailangan nyo gawin. So, sabihin natin na kumpleto nyo yung application form. Alam nyo na tama nga yun. You've also completed the Appendix 2, and you've also completed the sponsorship undertaking form. Now, the next thing to make sure is ready po is your money. Okay? Kailangan nyo ng bayaran. So, it's a spouse application. So, kailangan nyo magbayad ng application fee. And of course, kailangan nyo magbayad ng IHS surcharge. Now, bago-bago, it doesn't change by very much, pero bago-bago yung fee because you pay in dollars. So, for example, nandito ka sa United Kingdom o nandun ka sa Pinas, you pay by card, no? You have to pay by card nga. You'll find that they take it out then, or they convert it in US dollars. So, ibig sabihin, there may be a few pounds or a few pesos difference depending on the exchange rate. Now, the application fee, which as I've said is you pay by US dollars, is equivalent to 1,523 pounds. No? The IHS surcharge, yung contribution you for the NHS, amounts to approximately 1,560 pounds. But again, they both are taking out in dollars. No? So you must make sure na sapat nga yung pera nyo. You're paying by credit card, so make sure that the limit on your credit card is, of course, sufficient to cover it. No? Now, so ready na application nyo and you have your money. So, you can then submit your application by clicking the button. All right? Now, that application form, pagka naipasok nyo na, no, that is accessible for about 8 months after submission of the application. After that, they will delete it. So make sure that you print a copy. So later on, if you need to refer back to it, nasa inyo nga yung hard copy. Because as I say, they don't keep it forever. No? Now, sabihin natin na ipasok nyo ng application nyo, nagbayad na nga kayo. Ano nang kailangan nyo gawin? Now, you can do this also when you submit your application, or what certainly I do is I submit, I book the biometric enrollment appointment a few days later. You know? Now, that's mainly because I'm waiting for my clients now to tell me when it would be convenient for them. Now, sabihin natin mag-book na nga kayo. So, you book, as I've said, your biometric enrollment appointment. That will happen, the enrollment, it happens in either Cebu or sa Maynila po. Then you can also choose. There are a whole load nga of different types of, if you like, levels, no, of biometric enrollment appointment. So there's, at the top of the range is the gold premium package, ang tawag nga nila, no? So there you would, speedy scanning, preparation, for example, that, they will help you. And towards the bottom, so, and also for that, I should say, they will charge you, at least at the moment, 9,508 pesos. No, hindi pounds, thank goodness. Now, and then rebook an appointment, yeah, but you'll find that that's quite, especially now because of the pandemic at the moment, appointments can go very quickly, yeah. So, make sure that you know yung availability nyo. So, napasok nyo yung application, nagbayad na nga kayo, and you have now booked also your biometric enrollment appointment, either in Cebu o kaya sa Maynila. The next thing that you must do, well, actually, you should really do it in preparation before you even submit the application. But certainly, this is now you can finalize it and must finalize it, is yung mga supporting documents nyo po. Now, in previous shows nga, we've talked about what can go wrong. But today, I will provide you nga with a list of things, the basic list na kailangan nyo pong ipasok, kailangan nyo ihanda, no? So, unang-una po, supporting documents, yeah? Current and old passports. Hindi nga lang yung that last passport you have. They want to also see your old passports para sa inyo at saka sa sponsor, no? Now, Importante din, of course, yung sponsor nyo sa UK, proof of immigration status. So kung British, hindi problema, dahil meron nga siyang British passport. Pero kung indefinite leave to remain, permanent resident din nga siya dito, then you also need to show that. So if that's on a different passport, dahil pa nga siya nakakakuha ng BRP, then you need to make sure that that passport is scanned. No? Now, also, of course, dahil manggagaling nga kayo sa Pinas, kailangan nyo po yung negative TB certificate, no? And that's quite important that you book that also po in advance. And that is a must. It's a mandatory document. And then, because it's a spouse application, kailangan nyo din po yung English language test pass, no? It's A1 level po, no? Now that, you can book also, of course, in advance, and you can undertake it and bibigyan kayo ng certificate. Now, because it's a spouse application, of course, yung marriage certificate nyo. So, kinasal siguro kayo sa Pinas, for example, o hindi, kung kinasal kayo dito, pero nandito kayo, bumalik kayo nga sa atin, you need the marriage certificate po. Yeah? Kundi, you need the long version also. Kung kinasal kayo sa atin, usually you get the kind of shorter version and also the long version. Yung long version pong kailangan nyo. And the one from the PSA, no? The one that's a bit yellow, no? Now, kailangan nyo din pakita, of course, evidence of finance, your financial position, and also yung employment nyo. Don't forget, pinag-usapan na natin nga ito dati, 18,600 pounds po before tax ang minimum limit nung sponsor nyo dito. Okay? Kailangan nyo din pakita, so to support that, you need a minimum po of 6 months bank statements, ending with the last, kung papasok nyo nga ngayon, the last bank statement must not be older. In fact, all the documents must not be older than 28 days prior to the submission of the application. So it should be fairly up to date, no? 6 months payslips din po, kailangan nyo din, no? Kung meron kayong P60, submit that also. Contract of employment, importante nga yung, wala kang kontrata, then you need something from your employer. It doesn't have to be anything complex naman eh. Na kailangan lang nilang lagay doon, magkano ng sweldo mo, are you full-time nga, are you permanent, it must be signed by them. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then letter from your employer po. Just to say, yeah, itong trabaho nyo, and you're still continuing to work for them. And of course, the very important, accommodation. Now, hindi nyo kailangan, as I've said nga before, doesn't have to be owned by you. It doesn't have to be palatial. No, it can be a studio flat, a bed sit nga, as long as it's something that you can, that you and your partner or your spouse will be living in on your own nga, no? Meron kayong kwarto, ibig sabihin. So that you prove by way of an office, land registry document, o kaya mortgage statement or rental agreement, for example. And one thing also that sometimes people forget is statements po. Para bang affidavit, no? Particularly important, galing nga sa sponsor nyo, yung nandito, no? So to say na kailan kayo nagkita nga, no? Kailan kayo kinasal, that nandito nga siya, want to bring you into the United Kingdom. And usually ako, when I'm submitting applications, I also prepare especially if it's a fairly complex issue nga, statement from the applicant also, no? So usually I have at least 2 statements nga that I submit. So lahat yung mga documents po yun, they are then scanned, no? Well, that's what I usually do. I get it scanned and then I upload it. Now, 2 reasons I do that, na ako nga mismo or my office scans it. Unang-una po, then sigurado kayo na talagang lahat-lahat ng kailangan nyo na ipasok. No? You're not relying on someone else. Also, if you're doing the scanning and uploading it yourself, then it will be free. Now, kung dadalhin yung mga, if you want the VFS, no, to, the people who will be helping, receiving the application nga, to do it, then there's a fee to be paid, no? Also, kung papadala nyo nga sa UK to be submitted here, there's also a fee of £100 nga to be paid. And so, as I say, for me, certainly, I always usually, I actually 100% of the time nowadays, I get it scanned, I get it uploaded. That at least then sigurado ako na naipasok na yung mga kailangan. Now, when you've uploaded it also, you will get a document to say, may lista, no? Makikita nyo doon, ano bang naipasok nyo? So that you know exactly what went, no? Make sure again that you print that out because you'll need it especially later on. So sabihin natin, naipasok na yung application nyo, you booked also your biometric, and you've submitted also, you've uploaded now your supporting documents. Now, so, you're going now to attend the biometric. Anong kailangan yung dalhin? So, nandun kayo either sa Cebu or nandun kayo sa Maynila. You don't need a further copy of everything, no? And you don't need nga yung original documents nyo because they don't want original documents apart from passport, no? Kailangan nyo pong dalhin yung passports nyo because they will want to see that and you need to hand it in, yeah? Kukunin nila yun dahil yun tatatakan nga nila. On top of the passport, kailangan nyo din dalhin yung appointment letter nyo. The appointment letter, usually it's just one document with the document list. So, nandun yung appointment nyo, confirming when you have your appointment nga, and it also lists there yung bang mga documents na pinasok nyo. And there's a code, no? And so, you take that along, nothing else really, no? And of course, yung passports nyo. And then you go, of course, to get your biometric done. Now, what does biometric mean? Ibig sabihin po doon, they take a photo of you, basically, at saka yung fingerprint nyo. No? Now, when you attend, they may well also ask you, no, how do you want for your documents later on to be returned to you? And you can either choose nga that it be posted to you or couriered nga to you, or you can pick it up. No? Usually, I choose for my clients to pick it up because I find that that's the safer route. No? So let's say you've submitted everything, or you've made your application, you've submitted nga everything, you've also attended now the biometric. Ano na mangyayari? Next step po is you wait. No? Now, pre-COVID, within about, I would say 3 to 6 months, no, meron na silang sagot. And sometimes, in the past, certainly, my clients can be, telephoned to be asked, if you like, telephone interview. That certainly has not happened in the last, I would say, 18 months, during the COVID time. They generally just deal with the application on paper. Kung meron pa silang kailangan, then they would normally email. They will say to you, okay, can you get us this? Siguraduhin nyo po, kung meron nga silang email sa inyo, sagutin nyo, no? They don't always give you a deadline. So really, my advice would be to do it as soon as you can. Yeah? Now, kung hindi nyo makukuha yung mga documents nyo for whatever reason, then email them back to say, can you get an extension? But importante po, sagutin nyo, no? Equally as important is you must check po yung emails nyo and check also the junk mail because sometimes unfortunately that happens, no? Hindi nyo nakikita. So, but you're waiting nga, no? You're waiting for the result. In due course, they will write to you and they will say by email usually, and they will say, okay, ready na, come and collect, for example. And then you go and you collect. Now, hopefully, it's simply granted. If it's granted, then makikita nyo, pagka binalak yung passport nyo, merong tatak, may stamp nga, no? And it will give you a visa, because it's a spouse visa nga, yung application nyo. The visa will only be for 30 days usually. Okay? Now, don't panic nga, hindi nga yung mali, even if it's only 30 days nga, because normally, they will write you a separate letter. Okay? Again, watch out for this letter because they post this, and for some strange reason, they don't give it to you at the same time, or sometimes also, they really should just email it, no? So, watch out also for the letter. And it will say there where you can then collect yung BRP nyo, yung card nyo, pagka nandito na kayo sa UK. No? So, the 30 days is really just to allow you to leave the Philippines, to come into the United Kingdom, and then pagka nandito na po kayo, then dito nyo kukolektahin nga yung card nyo, no? At a convenient post office. Usually the nearest one nga, the biggest nearest one to you, the post office. Pagka nakuha niyo yung BRP niyo, makikita niyo, and of course you need to have your passport, no? Makikita niyo doon, it would then be granted for minimum po of 30 months. So 2.5 years, usually for a little bit more than that. So that then is your visa. Now, an added complication, because of the pandemic nga po, kung manggagaling nga kayo sa Pinas, COVID, no? Quarantine, yeah? So at the moment the Philippines is on the red list, one of the red list countries. Ibig sabihin po, you need to book a quarantine hotel, which unfortunately the fees have recently gone up. So you need to be quarantined for 11 nights, so 10 days, one adult in one room, costs 2,285 pounds. No, so it can all add up, yeah. But there's no choice at the moment. We're on the red list. So the takeaway, if you like, from this is structure. Okay, so importante po, huwag niyo madaliin, yeah. You must be prepared, and it truly is. I can't emphasize it enough. Preparation. So make sure po na handa nga kayo mga documents nyo well in advance. So hindi kayo, you're not clambering up, panicking for documents. So get the documents nga ready and then follow the structure, which, as I've said po, application, pay the fee, submit the application, book your biometric, upload your supporting documents, which you got ready before, wait for the result, collect the passport, hopefully metatak, stamped with your entry into the UK, which would be for 30 days nga lang po. Pagka nandito na kayo, you need to quarantine, and then of course, once you're out of the quarantine, you collect your BRP and hopefully live happily ever after.
Okay. Okay, ayan, no? Live happily ever after. Ano nga, BRP attorney, ano nga ulit tawag doon sa BRP? Biometric?
So, biometric residence permit. Yung card po.
Yung card niya yun, yung card niya yun. Kasi you were mentioning na kanina pagka-apply ng yung application form, of course, yung isinasabi mo na yung booking ng biometric?
Yeah. So, you can do one, so you can either, pagka nagpasok po kayong application, at the same time, you can also book your biometric, and a lot of people do, kung ready na nga kayo. But you don't have to immediately. So, kung hindi pa kayo ready, you can also leave the booking for the biometric a few days later. I wouldn't leave it too late nga, dahil normally you want, pagka gusto mo magpasok ng application, that's because you want to come into the United Kingdom as soon as possible. So, I wouldn't leave it too late.
Okay, all right. Yes. Okay. So, ayan. Nako, marami pala mga supporting documents. Medyo there's a lot to digest. Meron kami binabanggit na Appendix 2. No, meron online lang naman ang application, attorney. Ano nga uli Appendix 2?
Appendix 2 po yung that's the financial if you like, the financial declaration.
Ito yung hindi kasama rito yung mga, wala pa diyan yung mga ISS surcharge, wala pa yung fee diyan, no? Hindi yan. Hindi kasama yan. Okay. So, paliwanag nga uli, attorney. Yeah.
So, the three documents na unang-una pong kailangan nyo, of course, yung application form, and then yung Appendix 2, that's the financial document, and yung pong sponsorship undertaking form. Yung basically, kailangan pirmahan nga nung sponsor nyo dito, yung asawa nyo nga dito. So, those are the three initial documents na kailangan nyo pong ipasok pagka nagpasok kayo ng application, which is done, of course, as I've said, online.
Attorney, alam ko ikaw ang unang-unang solicitor na Pinoy dito sa United Kingdom. Okay. Tanungin ko lang, kasi parang ilang years ka na bang into immigration and being a lawyer dito?
Oh my goodness me. I have been practicing I'm just thinking back to what so I've been in practice now. I must be nearly, I'm probably 28 years now, no?
Wow, 20,
so I will be coming up to three decades.
Oh, right. 20. Kaya ako tinanong, the reason why I asked it is because now I'm looking at some fees that you mentioned. Okay, may money involved. One is the fees, you said in dollars sa Pilipinas, kung saan man. 1,523 for the application, 1,523. And then, 1,560 sa IHS surcharge. Okay, how was it before? Kailan nagsimula to? What can you give us a brief background through the years kung anong mga situations? Nung araw ba may IHS surcharge ba? Nung araw ba ganito kataas ang fee? How was it before?
Oh no. Back in the day, no, nung nag-umpisa nga ako with my legal career, which is nearly spanning 3 decades now, ano? Unang-una, there was not even any fees, huh? And also for spouse applications, I remember a time when there was no probation time. So, nagpasok ng application as a spouse, and you got your indefinite leave to remain, permanente ka na. And then they introduced a 1-year, probation period. So you need to have been a spouse for 1 year. Tapos pagkatapos nun, indefinite ka na. No? And then they introduced, I think it was then 2 years. No? Dinagdagan nga nila. And then of course ngayon, 2 lots of 2.5 years. So 5 years na. And so probably about 10 years ago now, maybe a little bit longer, they introduced yung IHS fee, which also started at I think it was something like 200 pounds or 250 pounds lang muna. And now, of course, it's for 2.5 years, per year na nga ngayon, it's 600 pounds. The reason why it's 1,560 is because ang bisang bibigay sa inyo as a spouse is 2.5 years. So that's why it's 1,000 or nearly 1,600 pounds. So yeah, no, back in the day, it was far cheaper and truly far easier. Dahil you didn't submit applications now online, you made an application by post, no? At saka kung may problema, the Home Office or the embassy at the time, tatawagan ka, no? And they were very good about that. Kasi sabihin natin, no, na nakalimutan mong ipasok yung bank statement o kulang nga, no? Back in the day, tatawagan ka and they will say, can you just send us, it seems hindi nga naipasok ito, can you just send us the missing bank statement o kung ano man yun. O if they want something clarified, they will call you. Ngayon, sadly, it doesn't happen anymore. That's why I can't emphasize enough, kung magpasok po ko yung application, kahit ano man, but it's especially spouse application, preparation. Oh, importante po yun. Don't miss anything. Kung luma yung mga documents nyo o nakalimutan nyo ipasok yung bank statement o kontrata nga, they may just refuse it. Hindi kayo tatawagan. No? So, be prepared.
Okay. Well, totoo yan. No? So, teka muna, 250 pounds dati when they initially introduced the IHS. Ngayon, nasa 1,560 na. Ganon. Kailan nga, more or less to nangyari? How many years ago itong IHS?
Probably coming up to...
Ballpark figure lang. Ballpark. When was it? 10 years na?
Yeah, probably about 10 years. Yeah. It's
okay.
Actually, I'll have a look at that because I remember very, very well before IHS was introduced. And at the time, sabi nila, well, no, it's going to be this, not going to be very much nga, but of course now it's 1,560, which is quite a lot. Well, look, it's a good deal if you look at it a bit more, globally. Dahil pagka nandito kayo 2.5 years to be able to rely on the NHS, that's certainly a very good deal, but it is quite a lot to pay, of course, no?
The plus yung fee, 1,500, so parang a little over 3,000, about 3,083 to be exact, no?
Opo.
O siyempre, meron ka pa mga ibang miscellaneous gasto siguro kung ano pang mga during the application, no? Naalala ko nung araw, tama ka, attorney, maraming pinagbago eh. In fact, ang naalala ko nung araw, if you visitor's visa halimbawa coming over to the UK, walang bayad eh. May fee na. I mean, ganito, may fee din eventually. Kaya lang, when you submit your applications and they will assess it, and if they feel that may problema o hindi ka nila aproban, they return it eh. And then, hindi ko alam kung ginaya, kasi nagsimula yata sa US Embassy yan eh, na ang US Embassy, kaya aprobado ka o hindi sa visitor's visa, you'll have to pay a fee. Submit your documents, pay the fee, and then kung denied ka, you cannot get it back. Pero ang alam ko nung araw diyan sa, 'di ba, nung araw ang Locsin Building ba nung araw ang Philippine Embassy? Philippine Embassy. British Embassy nung araw sa corner ng Ayala and Makati Avenue. Naalala mo ba? Inabot mo yan, attorney?
Yeah,
'Di ba?
yeah.
Yung sa taas. Oh. Nung araw, pagka nagsasubmit ka ng visa, visitor's visa, so tatawagin kay isa-isa, no? May nakikita kasi ako yung mga iba na kukunin, titignan pag mali, parang wala na eh. But they changed it eh. Ginaya yata sa US Embassy na tanggapin na muna yung bayad, pagka na-deny kung denied ka, walang solian, ganun. So ganun na ngayon yata ang Philippine Embassy ngayon, no? So Philippine Embassy, British Embassy. Bby the way, I'd like to congratulate the new ambassador to British ambassador to the Philippines, si Ambassador Laura Bofils, no? She's kaibigan na namin. Friends na kami, attorney. Oh, friends na kami.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oo, di ba? So pag napunta ako Pilipinas, punta lang ako sa British Embassy sa dadalawin ko lang si Ambassador Laura Bofils.
Wow.
Ayan. Okay.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yes. Attorney, mapunta tayo sa mga questions. Titingnan natin yung may mga questions tayo rito ngayon, ha? Pero tingnan natin, may mga pagbati ba tayo? Direct, pakicheck nga lang kung may mga additionals pang na pagbati na dagdag sa kanina natin para natin. Meron pa yata tayo mga para mabati lang natin. Sige. Ilabas lang. Ayan, si Lizzie Hubs. Sige. Ilalabas lang natin. Attorney, mga pagbati natin si Lizzie Hubs. Ayan, si Lizzie Hubs. So, ayan. Maganda ho ang ating discussion, ha? Kung paano ang mga gagawin ninyo, no? Sa application niyo para sa spouse, no? Pagpapakita ng mga documents that you mentioned about marriage certificate, no? Yung minimum na 18,000, ha? Oo nga, excited nga kayong mag-apply kung wala naman doon sa minimum required na pera. How do you call it? Minimum required income, ganun ba yun? Of the sponsoring spouse, ganun, the sponsor.
Yes.
Oo, yung principal, no?
Po. Yeah.
Oo.
Yeah, 18,600.
18,600.
Nandiyan na si Lizzie.
Si Lizzie Hubs.
Hobbs, yeah. Good evening, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday to everyone. Hi, Miss Hobbs.
Ayan, hi, Lizzie. Oo. Ito, na-miss ko si May, ha? Tagal-tagal ko na din nakikita pangalan nito, ha? Si May.
Yeah, ang nga.
Oo.
Yeah, si May. May Tigbaw Vargas. Ang gandang pangalan.
Pakabasa, sige, Attorney.
Yeah. Good evening, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday to everyone.
Ayan, okay. Direct, pakibaba lang ng konti yung para makita natin pag may naka-flash masilip din natin. Hindi ko na, hindi ibig, yan, sandali lang, ha. Mali. Ayan, yan, para, ibaba pa todo. Baba mo todo. Baba lang. Ayan, para mabasa naman natin yan. Yan, para happy Thursday, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Ayun, okay, Erica Peralta naman. Yan, si Erica Peralta. Babati sa atin. Yan.
Okay, yeah. So, good evening po, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday po.
Ayan, mabuhay.
Less than 3, yeah.
Ayan, sa Leona Chrysostoma.
Yeah.
Yan, good day. Pakibasa, Attorney. Sige, good day.
Yeah, so good day po, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. Greetings din sa lahat ng mga viewers. God bless us all.
God bless us all. Yes, oo. Sige, ayan. This is a new name, Attorney.
I think so, yeah.
Ganda na apelyido. Ayan ba, anak niya siguro yan, no? Anak mo ba yan? Ano pangalan yan? Ano pangalan yan? Julie? Hindi ko makita. Sige, Attorney.
Julie Ann Asidaw Gerard, no? Good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Ang cute-cute.
Taga saan ka?
Anak mo ba, Julie?
Oo, anak ba? Baka naman yan si Julie Ann, no? Hindi naman siguro, no? Baka day baby niya siguro, no? Some people kasi they name their pero pwede ba yun? Lagay mo yung Facebook name ng anak mo, no? Name ng anak mo sa your Facebook page. Ayan, si Kathy Ramos Manahan. Go. Ayan. Kathy Ramos Manahan, Attorney.
Okay.
Yes. Sige, basahin natin yan.
So sabi po niya, good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Happy Thursday. Yeah. Watching from Philippines.
Wow, Kathy, mabuhay. Mabuhay.
Yeah.
Natawa ko sa next Oo nga. Alas 9 plus 7. Di 4:15 yata, more or less, tama, no? 4:15.
Wow.
Ayan. Ito si Maris Mendez. Natawa ako rito sa message Oo.
parang fairy tale. Happily ever after. All the expenses. Tama ka, Maris.
nawala yung romance, romantic part of it, no? But that's a part of it. When you wanna bring somebody here na mahal nyo, di ba? Ganun lang yan. Love is also, can we say, attorney, ang immigration, malaking component ng love?
Oh, no, absolutely. Yung nga lang it also has to be yung with most things in life, hindi nga lang they say love is not enough, and to some extent tama nga. Because the practical things need to come into it. It's one thing to be in love, tapos gusto nga you want to make plans, gusto mo siyang pumunta nga dito, you want to make a life together here, you want to have children in the UK, which is all great, but you have to get them over, no? So unfortunately, kailangan nyo din the practical stuff. Pero tama ka, Marie. Happily ever after and all the expenses.
Natawa ng ngiti ako, nakita ko yun pinapakita ni Direk, si Director Pau. Okay, Edgar Duay, yan.
Mr. Duay, the lovely Mr. Duay. So,
ano pa sabi niya?
Can I read that? So,
may nauna pa yata. May nauna pa. Attorney, sandali. Direct, may nauna. Hindi, wala. Sige, okay. Go ahead. Sige, attorney. Yan na yan. Yan ang unang message.
So sabi po niya, salamat sa dagdag kaalaman na ma-share namin po sa mga new nurses dito sa Derby. Mabuhay kayong dalawa. Maraming salamat. Nice to see you, Mr. Duay.
Yeah, Edgar, mabuhay. Mabigat si Edgar. He has a travel corner sa ating newspaper. He has a comic strip. Imagine mo, diba? Oo. In fact,
he's a very talented man.
In fact, we were thinking of that, and then eventually he suggested then we can flash some few questions of the life in the UK test. That would be quite interesting. That will, diba, spice up our program, no? Diba? One or two questions, that would be quite interesting. I'm sure. Ako, hindi ko masasagot yung mga questions na yan, di ba? Because mahirap. Even the British themselves, that they find it difficult answering the life in the UK tests. Questions. Okay, Oliver, yan. Okay, ayan. Si Oliver, yan. Meron siyang karanasan.
I remember po, during my interview at British Embassy, they were so impersonal about it. The interviewer didn't even look at me. Ganoon po. Yeah.
Hindi lang British Embassy, pati US Embassy. Yeah. Everybody, I think it's everybody, that they sometimes are like that, no? I remember when I was interviewed for my US visa. Pero okay naman, hindi naman siya tumitingin lang, nakaganyan lang siya. Like that, are you going to the US? And then noong araw, 10-year visa, unlimited entry yata. I don't know if you remember that. But were you carrying already a Canadian visa? Canadian visa ka ba, attorney? Dati?
Yeah. Yes. So from Canada, nung dumating ako dito, actually, I already had settlement status, no? So I was quite lucky there, no? So I don't actually remember being interviewed for, I don't actually remember nga being interviewed, but siguro, I can also imagine they want to be detached, no? But there's probably a thing between detachment and rudeness. No?
Yeah. Oo. Tama ka. Yung rudeness. Pero detached lang, parang they're trying to psych you up and they're trying to probably make you perspire in a way, or trying to find out if you're lying or telling the truth. Diba? Siguro, baka ganun din naman siguro. So it might be their way of trying to handle, probably trying to psych you up, no? Kung if you're telling the truth or not, no? Ganun naman talaga yan. They will have to find out, no? Yung mga season naman siguro, attorney, no? They know if you're bluffing or not, no? They can sense siguro, no?
Yeah, it could be, but I think also sometimes nga they're a bit jaded, no? Na I do get the feeling, certainly, feedback nga from my clients na somehow you already feel like you've done something wrong, no? When really all you're doing is you want to make an application to come to the United Kingdom, say to visit, to spend money in the UK,
yes.
no?
Yeah.
So, yun nakakainis sometimes because you do feel, at least some of my clients, they feel that there's assumptions are made. No?
Ayan.
And that I don't much like.
Oy, may question tayo, attorney, ha? Ito, may question tayo from kay Randy M. Attorney, pakibasa.
Okay, so galing Randy, sabi po niya, hi po, Sir Sonia at Attorney Lira. Paano po ba yung tinatawag na same-sex marriage? Pwede po bang dalhin ko dito yung boyfriend ko sa Pilipinas? Saan ho ba mas magandang magpakasal? Dito po ba o sa atin sa Pinas? Okay, Randy, same-sex relationship, of course, same-sex marriage, you can't get married nga sa Pinas, no? You need to come into the United Kingdom for that. So it's not a question really of choice. Now, it's what you could do though is you can bring him in as a fiance, and when he's in the UK, then you can marry in the United Kingdom. So as I say, this is not question of choice. Dito kayo kailangan magpakasal.
Okay. Nasagot mo na, attorney, yung tanong? Ayan na yun?
Opo.
Okay. So, mas maganda, ano yan, umuwi siya sa Pilipinas to marry the other person or get as a fiancé. So, two options. One option is to go back home, marry, and then another is to get the boyfriend.
No, isa lang po. No,
isa lang?
Isa lang po. That's a same-sex marriage, you know? So, I'm assuming Randy is referring to...
Oo nga pala. Tama ka. Sorry, my apologies. Tama, wala nga pala sa Pilipinas noon. Sorry. Tama. So, kailangan i-fiancé, no? I-fiancé, no? Oo, fiancé.
Opo.
Pwede ba sila mag-tourist visa tapos dito ipakasal?
No. What could happen, actually, that's not entirely correct yung sinasabi ko. So, you can come in as a visitor, a marriage visitor. So the purpose is to just come into the UK, tapos dito nga kayo kakasal, and then you go back to the Philippines to come back in nga as a spouse. So that absolutely is a possibility. Pero kung ayaw yung umuwi na nga siya, then you bring him in as a fiancé. Tapos dito na kayo kakasal.
Ayun, no. Okay. Direct, pakicheck mo nga lang kung baka may mga tanong dyan na sa ating mga viewers lang, no? Kung may, may tanong yata. Ayan, ano to? Sige nga, pabatain natin si Virginia Ilona. Naku, kaibigan natin from Switzerland to. Pabatain natin si Virginia muna. Yeah. Virginia Ilona. Meron bang message before Virginia? Ayan, si Virginia. Ayan, Oy, thank you. Galing, Pumupunta sa gitna, no?
Wow.
Ayan,
Thank you. Wow.
May nauna pa ba kay Virginia, direct? Meron pa tayong nauna kay Virginia? Or yun na yun? Yun na siya na yung kasunod na? Ay, meron pa isa pa bago. Nauna pa siya. Sige, okay. Ayan, so si Virginia. Sige, go ahead. Ayan.
Okay. So sabi po niya, good
tapos
evening, Attorney Lira.
May bago kayo, no?
Sonny.
May bago kay Virginia. Binibaba mo mga direct, pakibaba mo. Parang meron ako nakita. Yun. Okay. Okay. Sige, I do experience po kasi Kuya Sunny. Okay, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah.
Attorney.
Yeah. So sabi po niya, galing po to kay Virginia Ilona. Good evening, Attorney Lira and Sonny. Happy blessful Thursday. Mabuhay, God bless, and stay safe.
Mabuhay, nasaan ka ba? Nandiyan ka pa rin ba sa Sweden, no? Sweden, no? Ayan. Sweden. Ito, may tanong yata rito, Attorney, si May Tigbao. Tanong ba to? Comment na.
So, Attorney Lira, may kilala po ako, same-sex marriage sa British Embassy po sila. Actually, that's a good point, Ms. Vargas. That's true. That's a possibility, I suppose.
Pwede doon sa Pilipinas ikasal? Ganon?
Yeah. So, no reason why not, because the British embassies, of course, need to apply and do apply nga, no? UK, immigration rules, ha? So yeah, no, tama ka, Ms. Vargas, that's also a possibility. I don't know whether they're carrying that out though at the moment, yeah. Actually, just on that, that's thinking about it. The issue though, with the fiancé, di kailangan si Randy either British na nga dito or settlement status in order to be able to come in as to sponsor someone as a fiancé. Now, magiging problema yon kung sabihin natin na estudyante siya o kaya tier 2, no, skilled worker route nga siya dito. So, he can't bring him in as a fiancé to marry in the United Kingdom. Dahil hindi nga siya settled status, yung sponsor, si Randy. No? So in that case, he would need to come in under the visitor marriage visa, tapos dito sila ikakasal, tapos babalik siya. And then you bring him in as your dependent, say, as a student dependent nga, o under nga, in the olden days, work permit, but of course now skilled worker route. No? So it's a good point and a good reminder also. Thanks for that, Ms. Vargas. So it's quite an interesting And it can be quite complex also nga, this area.
Okay, okay. Ayan, at least ngayon maganda yan, nalaman natin na ano pangalan nito? Pwede pala, may chance palang ikasal sa Pilipinas, no? So, ayan, no, mabuhay yan. Mabuhay. That's something new. We learn something new each day, no? Maski paano, attorney. Okay. All right. May second question yata tayo. Ayan. Okay, ito. Sige, pakibasa, attorney.
Okay, galing po ito kay Stella R. Kung kukunin ko po yung anak ko na 19 years old, makukuha pa rin ba siya dahil hindi ko po
hindi ho ba hanggang 18 lang po?
18 lang po. Ano po magandang gawin? Okay, so you missed the 18 deadline, Stella. No, itong scenario ito, I see this all the time and it's a bit of a shame nga. So ang problema po, Stella, 18 really is the deadline, no? Over 18, as soon as he hits 18 nga, ibig sabihin, he's then treated as an adult. And the only way, it would be as an adult dependent. And alam natin from, previous talks nga, the adult dependent route, ang hirap po. So I wouldn't even, if he's healthy, and I know, estudyante nga sabihin natin siya sa atin. So if there are no medical issues, I would not even look at the adult dependent route, no? It's that bad, yeah? So kung 19 na po siya, look at other possible routes. So siguro, ewan ko kung he's probably not experienced enough to be interesting to employers because he's only 19 nga, under the skilled worker route. So one possibility, of course, is estudyante nga, if he wants to study in the United Kingdom, or indeed to visit, no? There's no reason why he can't visit you. Yung visitor visa po 6 months nga lang. Yung nga lang, pagka nandito siya, hindi siya pwedeng magtrabaho, hindi din siya pwedeng mag-aral because it's not a student visa and of course it's not a work or employment related visa. But okay, it's 6 months at least. Makakapiling mo siya for 6 months and then yung nga lang kailangan niyang bumalik. But unfortunately, if he's 19 and he's healthy, the adult dependent route is just near enough impossible to establish and to succeed in.
Attorney, kunyari medyo kinapos ng pera siguro, no? Walang pera siguro. I don't know. One of the proofs would be yung evidence of funds, di ba? Pwede naman siguro ang strategy ba kaya na mangungutang ka lang sa mga friends? Would that be also a strategy? Kunyari, Mare, pahiram mo na muna para just to beef up yung bank pera money ko just to prove na I have enough funds. Say for example, itong si Stella halimbawa, maaring nung banda mga 18, 17, 16 parang struggling pa siguro siya or wala pa siguro masyadong pera. Negative ba? Would it affect, for example, let's say, ang pera lang ng tao, $1,000 a pound. So kaya kaya ba? Okay lang ba? As long as ma-prove lang na merong money coming in on a regular basis or sweldo or anything? Paano ba, attorney? Let's say, would money be a factor of, does he have a huge, would it be a turning point or, for the approval or the denial or refusal of a visa? But dependent yan, dependent, di ba? Dependent kung 18, 17,
yeah.
No?
Yeah. So, any applications, frankly, I mean, they wouldn't probably accept this, no, own up to it, but money makes a difference, no? So, kung malaking sweldo mo, you will probably find they will not take issue with the ability to support yourself in the UK or to support your family in the UK without recourse to public funds. Makikita nga naman nila na your income is more than enough, no, way above average, for example. Now with savings though, ingat kayo because I see this also, no, sabihin natin sponsor humihiram sa mga ibang tao to just make to pad up, if you like, no, yung bank account nga nila. Don't do it, no, for a number of reasons. Unang-una po, of course, that's actually tantamount to lying, no, which is never a good idea when it comes to the home office or anything anyway. Pangalawa po, they will ask you, saan nang galing? No? So kung wala kayong mapapakitang pinanggalingan nga, bigla nga lang dumating sa account nyo and you say, well, it's a gift, they will then say to you, gift from whom and why? And then they become suspicious. Then they may think, well, ano pa, kung nagsinungaling sila dito, likely, because you can't show where the source of the money is. Unang-una po, sasabihin nila, is it legitimate? Or is it, maybe it's come from criminal sources? Oh? And then, the second thing they would look at I suppose the best case scenarios, they may well say, well, kung magsisinungaling siya dito, what else is she not telling us? So it raises suspicions, no? But between the two, kung sapat ang pera nyo, yung nga lang, hindi nga lang malaki, sabihin natin, mayroon kayo 1,000 pounds o $1,000 sa account nyo, pero okay naman ang sweldo, then show that, no? With visit visa application, yung sponsor o kaya yung spouse application, kung yung pera mainly manggagaling sa sponsor nyo, also show that, no? Because I've seen so many refusals nga on the basis that, well, kung equivalent to 2,000 pounds lang pera nyo sa account nyo, and then you're going to spend all of that plus more in coming into the UK, then they don't think that the application nga is genuine. So, take, in your statement, pagka nagpasok yung application, explain nyo po, no? And you'll find also with, certainly I do as a solicitor nga, I also upload what's called legal representations. And then, doon ko nilalagay nga yung batas, and I apply, of course, the law to the facts of the case. No? And there, again, there's no harm in emphasizing again, yung pera manggagaling sa sponsor ko. No? Silang lahat sasalo. So, make sure you make a note of that and emphasize it time and time again.
Okay, well, yun ang ating siguro last question na, attorney, no? Dito sa ating programa. Ayan, marami ko kayong natutunan, nalaman, no? Ito, pabatiin natin si Miss Giling pala. Sino pa ba mga ano? Si Miss Giling, oh. Giling is that? Giling, Miss Giling. Mabuhay ka, no? At, ayan, si Giling. Ayan. Oh, hi, good evening.
Yeah, we missed
happy
you,
Thursday.
Miss Giling. Yeah, hi, good evening, happy Thursday po.
Ayan,
Sir and ma'am, yeah.
Sa Gothenburg pala to. Yan, hi Giling. Si Gothenburg ito, yung ating huling pagbati dyan, no?
Wow.
Hello, yeah. Greetings from Gothenburg. That's the second biggest city yata in Sweden. Next to Stockholm.
Right? No,
Yeah, Stockholm.
Okay.
Ayan, meron yata yung pinadala si na send sample questions. Saan mo pinadala yung sample questions? But anyway, we might have that, no? Dito sa ating program. Sabi ni Edgar, just sent to you some sample questions. Ayun, sabihin. Ayan, okay. Ayun, alright. Okay, so hopefully by next week, no, that will be quite to spice up, one or two questions, attorney. Okay, siguro yun, di ba? It also educates us because there might be questions like, who is the patron saint of Scotland, patron saint of Wales, ganyan, may mga ganyan. England, ano pa ba? England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, or Ireland, St. Patrick, di ba? Pagka-Ireland, di ba? So, ayan. Okay, well, maraming salamat. We've come to an end again ng ating programa. Parang bilis ng oras, no? Pagka bilis-bilis, no? Attorney, baka may messages ka, siguro magpaalam ka and let them know where they could contact you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, well, look, again, tama ka, Sonny, ang bilis-bilis ng oras. No, I look up and gosh, it's 9:30 already. I truly have such a great time nga, no? It's I enjoy Thursday. Talaga sa akin, it's happy Thursday. It truly is. I look forward to it. Highlight of my week. So I thank you very, very much for joining us. No, I'm always humbled that you do. Now, kung meron kayong problema or questions especially from the talk nga today, or indeed nga last week, ang email ko po, cabatbat@douglas2s, no? Tapos -simon.com. Email me. Lagay niyo po in the subject, Immigration Corner. Huwag niyo kalimutan because otherwise I can't then locate it again. By all means, you can telephone 0203-375-0555, but it's probably best to contact me po by email. You know? So feel free to email me, as I say, and if I can help, I'm of course happy to help. And I suppose, no, shout out to the A-level students and the GCSE students nga, no, who would have had their results this week. Yeah. best wishes to you all, and it seems a lot of them have done very, very well. So well done, and no, best wishes, as I say, and good luck for the future.
Yes. Also to the Philippine team, we had a gold and a couple of silvers in this last Olympics, at which we've joined the Olympics back into 1932 ba? Hindi ko alam, basta matagal na, no?
Yeah,
And we've
talaga.
never ever had that. The last medal we had was in the ninth Atlanta Olympics yata, 1996 if I'm not mistaken. So yung boxer natin si Onyok Velasco, when he won a silver medal, this time around we finally, for so many years, we got it in weightlifting, no? Weightlifting yata,
Yeah.
weightlifting. Oh, yung weightlifter si Heidelin.
So
Or
proud.
Heidelin. Yes, oh Heidelin. Yeah, pero out of 19, so we had a contingent of 19 athletes, okay? And out of 19 athletes, nabubulol ako tuloy. Oh, we got 3 medals. Some other teams have about 100 plus mga, 'di ba, contingent nila, 'di ba? Pero Philippines with 19 garnering 3 medals. So, 'di ba? Magandang laking average no
Talaga.
siguro. Well done, well done. Although we're based here in the UK, we're still proud of our motherland, no? 'Di ba? It gives us pride and honor.
Absolutely.
So, okay, well, sa ngalan, no, it's time for us to say goodbye. Tama yung sinasabi ni Attorney. It makes us truly, truly happy on a Thursday. We enjoy doing this. As they say, di ba, pag ang work nga, when you do something and it's not work anymore, when you play it because you enjoy doing it, and we have fun disseminating, interacting with our listeners, viewers, who are also interacting with us and making us know that they're there at nandiyan ho kayo, no? And we are truly, truly honored and happy and thankful na at least itong Thursday natin, you guys, you and I, it takes 2 to tango. Kami ni Attorney rito at kayo, it takes 2 to tango. Without you there, it's like being performers without an audience. And we truly love you, appreciate that you've always been there for the past pandemic year, almost may get na 1 year na itong ating programa natin ni Attorney, no? A year and a half or more, no? At nandiyan pa rin ho kayo. And thank you for the kind words, for telling me I'm pogi, magandang lalaki, and si Attorney, no, gandang attorney, no? And they compliment our attire for the night, di ba? I like your attire, Attorney. Before we end, I just want to compliment your attire. Yeah, you look good, no? Just suot mo, and
Thank
it looks
you,
nice.
thank you.
So,
and,
yeah.
and you look very dashing, but you
Oh,
always
thank
do,
you.
no?
Thank you, Attorney. Look forward to how you look like on next week, no? So, abangan anong ano attire ni Attorney next week. Ayan. At mukhang are we ending summer, almost ending summer na, di ba? This month is the last few weeks of summertime because I think fall starts in September. So malapit na ho, no? So sana may enjoy pa natin the remainder of the summer that we have, no? And by the way, Attorney, I'll be traveling to Spain, hopefully tuloy. Walang hiccups sa airport this Saturday. I'm going to be away. So by Thursday, hopefully, I'm going to be in sunny Spain. And just like what we did when I was in Blackpool. Oh, di ba? So, ayan.
Yeah.
I might be in a barn. Makikigamit ako ng internet, ng Wi-Fi doon. Kasi baka walang mamatay yung Wi-Fi sa lugar ko eh. But yeah, looking forward to my travel to Spain and looking forward to another happy Thursday with you. So, mga kaibigan, sa ngalan ho ng aking co-host na si kasamahan, so of course, yung ating immigration expert, walang iba kundi si Attorney Lira Simon CABATBAT, at ang ating direktor po, no, si Pau Roque, apelido ni Pau. Nakalimutan ko tuloy. Nagkaroon ako ng mental block. Yung director ko, nakalimutan ko yung apelido. Ano nga ba apelido ng direct natin?
Perez, di ba?
Perez. Attorney talaga. Oh.
There you
Meron
go.
Uy, may bago ng gamot yata. I don't know kung very effective sa Alzheimer's, ha? So, and then, yung sa Biogen. Hindi, totoo ito, ante. Biogen,
Yeah.
Abdul Maked. Yeah, it came out in it's a news, a BBC about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, yata, something like that. Oh, na-approve. Kaya medyo controversial because a lot of experts were kumaangal sila, we haven't approved it. We find the trials not really that parang, how would you call it? But when you introduce a medicine or a medication, a drug, di ba? Kailangan it has to undergo trials, di ba? Ano ba yan? To prove na okay siya, di ba? No, okay. Yeah, pero medyo controversial. Pero that's a big hope, no? Yung somehow kung ma-delay yung Alzheimer's, remember, it's so frustrating na yung loved ones mo hindi ka nakilala. 'Di ba? Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
'Di ba? So it's
Yeah,
it's a very sad, no?
devastating illness.
Very sad 'yan, oh. Yung nakakalimutan mo, yun. So at least so direct Paula Pau Perez, no. So sa ngalan, no, at saka ating yung ating mga team, no, yung team natin na August team. Ayan, August team, may team tayo, August team. So we'll see you again for another happy Thursday. Sana ako'y nasa sunny Spain, walang problema at wala akong hiccup sa akin travel. So we'll see you, kami ni attorney. So till then, take care, God bless, and have a nice evening. Bye.
Bakit lang niluluto mo Paborito ko yan.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you. So you can be there for them.